Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 11 of Gerda, Flame in the Winter, in which I'm still trying to decide what I'm doing. So it's probably just going to be spontaneous. Okay, so it's not the markets. It's not going and seeing the friend because I kind of feel like we can we could learn stuff to help Anders at the factory, or we could, which might help the resistance. I don't know. Or we could go and help the resistance. We're going to the
The
factory.
soldiers and workers here might be willing to tell me something about Mr. Vestergaard. What sort of secrets is he hiding?
Sure. Probably be safer if Level went on her own anyway. Don't ask me. I'm just guessing. I'm just thinking, she's used to being on her own. It'd probably be easier for one person to sneak around than two. Which is what it meant, not that she's used to being alone. Darn. My tire's getting low on air, just what I needed. I'll have to give it a few pumps. Good gracious. What on earth was that? It sounded like it came from the factory. I guess I'll find out soon enough. If Vestergaard is up to something, this factory is as good a place to look for clues as any. Oh, let's go have a look at this. Sturdy wooden planks have been put up to reinforce the wall. Oh my, that must have been some explosion. I doubt they'll be able to rebuild this wall until spring, not the weather we're having. Okay, what about you, Mr. Soldier Guy? State your business. I need to think of something so he'll let me in. I'm here to see Wolfgang Holtz. Do you have a scheduled appointment? No, but the lieutenant is a very busy man. If you don't have any business with him, I am afraid I can't let you through. I suppose I don't have any other choice. Fine, is Herr Reinhardt here? He seems to perk up hearing the name and smirks knowingly at me. Strange company you keep, Fräulein. He should be in the guard quarters. You can enter it through the western courtyard. You'll have to go through the assembly hall. Mine the rubble. Time to dig up some dirt. Is that like we go through here? Yeah? Nice. Oh, wow, look at that. Brr, there's a draft coming in from the ruined side of the building. Although I suppose they could have tried to patch it up a bit. Excuse me? Now what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Can you tell me what happened? He scoffs. What's to tell? Some saboteurs infiltrated the factory and planted a bomb. End of story. There must have been a reason. Oh, I'm gonna use my only insight. I'll let you get back to work. Lucky me. So this is where it all comes together. Filled to the brim with thick woolen blankets. At least the fabric is of a decent quality, though I'm sure the workers would have preferred some paid days off. What do you think you're doing? Those are for employees only. Hands off. Her eyes keep drifting to the guard as she assembles the radio in front of her. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I have to finish these before my next break. Is everything alright? Yes, everything is fine. This is a fine job, but I just wish that guard over there would put away his gun. It makes this place feel like, one of those prison camps. I'll see if I can do something. Oh, would you? My German isn't the best, and he doesn't seem like the patient type. A German guard in the assembly hall is openly carrying a gun. This is making some of the workers nervous. Okay, let's talk. He narrows his eyes at me as I approach. What can I do for you? About that gun you're holding. What about it? It's upsetting some of the workers, so I'm carrying it for their protection. We need to be ready in case one of the saboteurs decides to come back and finish the job. If that offends a few workers, then so be it. But what about their productivity? How would you feel in their position? I'd understand that we're living in a time of war and that necessary measures have to be taken. Now move, you're blocking my view. What a rude one. I tried, I really did. I'm sorry, he wouldn't budge. Oh, that's alright, thank you for trying. I didn't even see that other woman back there. That's a storeroom? Okay. Oh, look at that. An open door. The criminal inspector. And he's the one behind the commotion. And Wolfgang is standing right next to him. I'll need to speak to him alone if I want him to tell me anything about Vestergaard. He's throwing nervous glances in the direction of the Gestapo officer. I can't believe they're letting him fire a gun so close to civilian workers. It's really an outrage. Shh, keep your voice down. What if they hear us? What are you doing out here? Oh God. We're on a break, thank you very much. Isn't it a bit cold? In case you haven't noticed, there's a massive hole in the ceiling of the assembly hall. Out here or in there, it hardly makes a difference. Yes, at least the air out here is fresher. Did you need something? What do you think of Mr. Vestergaard? Is this some kind of trick? I think he pays my salary, and that's that. Now, if you don't mind, our break is ticking away. I wasn't gonna go that way. Bullseye! Now, how about that, Holtz? Care to try and see if you can beat that score? With all due respect, sir, I think we'd better save our bullets. Lethargy dulls the mind, Lieutenant. Lieutenant? We must keep our wits sharp and our weapons sharper. Our weapons are not our only tools, sir. Our arms give bite to those other tools. Mark my words. One day you'll stand to face with the outlaws that sabotage this factory, and you'd best be ready. I know I shall be. Hey, you there. Ah, he's looking right at me. What are you standing there gawking for? Frau Larson, What brings you to this neck of the woods? I'm going to remain silent. Answer when you're spoken to, woman. I'm sure the lady must be here to see me, gentlemen. Is that right, Frau Larsen? Yes, that's right. And to figure out what Vestergaard is doing with so many Nazis at his factory. Well, now that that's settled, surely, Frau Larsen, there is no need for you to expose yourself to the weather like this. Would you kindly go wait in the break room? I'll be with you shortly. I'm guessing it's this room over here. No? Where's the break room then? How much of this stuff? How much of this stuff have they brought to Singlev? Is this a break room though? It says door. Sign. I'm not even gonna try to say that. Be careful what you say, the enemy is listening. She sure is. Some soul has left it slightly ajar. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to take a peek inside. Oh, a piece of paper fell out. It's a letter. Read it. Dear Mama, I hope this letter finds you all safe and sound. News has reached us that English and Americans have bombed Heilbronn. I'm sure that our little town must have escaped the worst of it, but my heart aches every time I think of you being so close to the fight while I'm safe here in Denmark. They say the war will end soon. I fervently pray that it is true and that we shall all remain safe until then. Words cannot express how much I miss you and the little trolls. Your devoted son Otto. It doesn't seem to be much else in the locker, just a smelly jacket and some magazines. Ugh, this room reeks of smoke and sweat. Hey, what do you think you're doing in here? At ease, soldier. This is Frau Larsen. She is a recent acquaintance of mine. If you're here to see the commander, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. He's out. Probably hobbling about on that crippled leg of his. Actually, I saw him outside. He was talking to Felix Stahl. Oh, was he? You might have to wait a while then. In the meantime, care to join us? What are you playing? Oh, why don't you come closer and have a look? Cards and valuables are strewn about. Yeah, she doesn't really have anything to... Not really. Well, there's no time like the present. Boys, you'd better sit this one out. This one's between me and Larsen. What are we playing? Siebzen und wir, or 21, I think you call it here. Are you familiar with the rules? Yeah. Splendid. However, games like these, they're only interesting when there's something at stake, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't say that. Oh, come now. Surely there must be something you want. Not something useful. Knowledge, Larsen. Knowledge is useful. If you win, then I'll tell you something about the old man Vestergaard. In fact, since I'm feeling particularly lucky today, whatever you wager, I'll double it. What do you say? I don't have anything. Now, don't be so down on yourself, nurse. You have language skills, useful ones in a place like this. If I win, I may need to make use of those. Mueller, deal the cards. My first two cards are A 5 of hearts and a 7 of spades. That's 12 in total. I'll hold. Yes, give me one more. 4 clubs brings my total to 16. Why can't we actually see what he has? Now Larson, do you want to hold or do you want another card? We're going to take that chance. $21. I'll hold. Alright. I have the Jack of Spades, the 3 of Spades, and the 6 of Hearts. 19. It's totally 19. And it appears you've won. Yeah. What the devil is going on in here? Commandant! We were... that is, we're just... Soldat Werner, your break ended 5 minutes ago. Get back to your post at once. Yes, Herr Commandant. And you, Soldat Müller, that stain on your uniform is an absolute disgrace. Clean your stuff up, for goodness sake, man. Right away, Herr Commandant. And you, Unterofficer Reinhardt, my office now. Oh. It seems like everyone forgot about me. Yeah. I'm just making the stain worse. I'll be with you in a minute, Mom. Okay. What's this way? It's locked. Of course. Door. Some of the words can be heard clearly through the door. Listen. Wolfgang is speaking so loudly that I can hear parts of the conversation from out here. But should I try to listen anyway? That soldier probably won't notice over the sound of the faucet. I need to hear what they're saying. I take a deep breath as I lean forward. The smoke in the room tickles my throat and I cough. What are you doing over there? Are you alright? I'm fine. Can I get you a glass of water? No, it's really quite alright. Maybe I should leave. Oh, Frau Larsen, hold on just a moment. Yes? That stain just won't come out. You wouldn't happen to have some sort of housewife trick I can use? Just soak it in vinegar. Really? Yes, maybe I should try that. He does not look pleased. That stuck-up little bastard. Wait, where's he going? Suddenly, the lieutenant walked into the room. Oh, I get to see it later. Okay. There's a picture of Margaret inside the photo frame. She looks a bit flustered as usual, but happy. I wonder when this was taken. Tightly packed, but very neatly organized. Storm of Steel by Ernst Junger. And what's this in the back? A book of poems and short stories by Ludwig Tieck. The edges are worn. Oh, there's a lot of notes in the margins. It seems the lieutenant has been taking notes on rhythmic structures. Excuse me, Herr Holtz? What were you thinking, Frau Larsen? Sitting with that scoundrel? I'm disappointed to learn that you'd keep such company. Well then, is there anything I can do for you? What do you think of Mr. Vestergaard? What a strange question. I respect him, of course. He's a pillar of the community. What a polite answer, almost too polite. I worry for Margaret. I don't want her to get caught up in anything unseemly, but who knows where her father's ambitions could lead. Please, you must tell me if Vestergaard is up to something that might upset the occupation. I must admit, I have my concerns about Vestergaard. He has been most cooperative with the Reich, but his other associations leave much to be desired. Even the Nazis are starting to worry about Vestergaard. Maybe I can use this. But it would be terrible to accuse a man without having any concrete evidence. Now I really have some paperwork that I really should be getting on with, but perhaps we will see each other at the banquet tonight. Farewell. I should see if I can go find Reinhardt before I leave. He seemed quite upset. Perhaps he'll be willing to spill some secrets. Is this Reinhardt? It is. Okay. Come on, you son of a bitch. Okay. Offer to light his cigarette. Thanks. What happened? That cripple bastard reassigned me. Maybe the Gestapo's permanent servant says that my particular skills would be better suited to their methods. That they'd be able to keep a better eye on me. Fucking hell. These people give me the fucking creeps. I'm sorry? Well, he's not gonna stop me from earning my fair share. Hey, listen. I have a deal that I need to conclude at the market later today. If all goes well, I might also need your help later tonight at the banquet, given my new position. I'm sure I'll get plenty of opportunity to bring your husband something for his pain. I am just putting it out there. See you around. Wait, you still owe me. Right. You wanted information, right? Well, it might interest you to hear that your good friend Torben Gallerot has been shipping goods for the esteemed Mr. Vestergaard on the down low. Hey, I didn't ask for dirt on Torben. I wanted to know about Vestergaard. Oh, there's dirt there, alright. You just gotta dig a little, Larson. Alright, well, I'll be off. Need to enjoy my last moments of freedom. And Larson, these Gestapo types, you know they shoot more than just bottles. Tread lightly around Vestergaard, too. Your snooping is bound to ruffle some feathers. Thanks. Don't mention it. At least I know Vestergaard is up to something. And how is any of this going to help Anders?
This factory had come to represent so much to so many. To its workers, it was employment and security. To Nazi sympathizers, it was a testament to the value of cooperation, and to the resistance, it was a monument to greed and corruption. The bricks had taken on meaning, and their destruction was a direct response to that meaning. If there was any truth to be found here, I hope to find it.
I'd scoured the area for clues, but something told me there was much more to be found here. Collaboration was missed business. I felt for the workers who only wanted to feed their families and get through the war, even if it meant supplying Nazi war machine. Each side had their fair share of arguments, but this did not mean that arguments were equal. The resistance still spoke more truth than the fascists.
Each side had their fair share of arguments, but this didn't mean the arguments were equal. The resistance still spoke more truth than the fascists.
I was hoping, really hoping, for some insight. 3 p.m. so we can still go help Liver.
I've been told that Leva will be carrying out a mission here today. If I go and help her, she
So
might
I
come
won't
to
be able to
trust
go
me
there
more.
later. Okay.
Reinhard has... I should visit Margit. Maybe she can reveal what her father is up to. Or...
We're gonna be there
I've
later
been
for
told
the
that
party.
Leva will be carrying out a mission here today. If I go and help her, she might come to trust me more.
This is hard. I kind of feel like I should really
visit
do
Margit.
what
Maybe
Leva
she
asked.
can reveal what her father is up to. Or I could find out something on my own.
Sorry about that. Honestly, anyone with a driveway this long must be up to something. Time to figure out just how much Margaret knows about her father. Stable window, frost and grime have turned the glass a cloudy grey. I can see the horses moving around in their stalls, and one of Mr. Vestergaard's cars is parked in here as well. They're not lacking for means of transportation, that's for sure. I should find Margaret and talk to her. I've knocked on this door many times throughout the years. Oh, Frau Larsen, I'm here too. You must be here to see Miss Margaret. Please come on in. It's freezing out there. Please wait here. I'll go fetch Miss Margaret. The temperature is so nice in here, and no doubt courtesy of Vestergaard's connections. This place is pretty dirty, actually. Gerda, you came. Oh, I'm sorry the place is such a mess right now. Mess? The floor has been polished to such a luster, I can practically see my own reflection. This is the cleanest mess I ever saw. It's not the cleanest. Preparing for tonight. Let's head up. Yes, well, you know my father and his parties. No expenses are spared, and nothing less than a grand spectacle will do. The staff will be at it all day. How many did you invite? I think we're expecting around 20, 30 guests. Wartime scarcity has made father a bit more selective than usual. Oh, but I'm terribly rude keeping you here in the foyer. Come, let's go to the sitting room. I've already sent for tea. Oh, right. We'd better not disturb Vera while she's working. Come on, let's go around. Ooh, what's this? Blackout curtains. It must be a nightmare for the servants to take these down every day. But I suppose there are some laws that even Mr. Vestergaard must obey. Please have a seat. I'll pour you a cup of tea. I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now. Anders placed under arrest by the Gestapo. I never thought something like that would happen to the two of you. And you're just about the nicest people I know. Is it true that Anders is part of the resistance? Did you know about it? I know very little, but I thought he was only helping Peter with some small acts of protest, illegal flyers and such. I never imagined he was involved in something as dangerous as this. But surely there must be something we can do. I feel so helpless, Margaret. And not just because of what happened to Anders. It's like the entire town is covered in prickly vines. And as much as I try to untangle them, they just keep wrapping themselves around us tighter and tighter. Oh, my dearest friend, it's not your job to fix the entire town. Don't ever think that. Here, why don't you have some chocolate? I've heard it's calming for the nerves. Thank you. The chocolate melts against my tongue. It tastes divine. Good, aren't they? It's... Margaret looks around the room for a moment at conspirational... No, that's wrong. Conspiratorial expression on her face. It's genuine coca. Father got them from some of his contacts in from some smugglers, I think. Does he do that kind of thing often? Yes, I suppose he must. We're not lacking for supplies in this house. Oh, but, he really isn't such a bad man. His factory does put food on a lot of workers' tables. Mm, I know. He's always been very kind towards me as well, but he's been dealing with the Nazis, and they've arrested your husband. Exactly. Would you like some more chocolate? Yes, please. Father's position is complicated, and he's not so fond of Wolfgang anymore. Um, well, neither am I. He's a Nazi officer who makes you wait in the cold. As a matter of fact, Wolfie and I had a very nice car ride this morning. He recited more poems to me. Lermontov, can you believe it? A German officer reciting Russian poet in this day and age. He was so sheepish. He was so sheepish about the whole thing too. It was splendid. Do you think he'll have to go back to Germany? He is very loyal. If they order him to go, he'll go. Yes, I suppose you're right. But here I am cooing about Wolfgang when Anders is behind bars. Oh, Gerda, you're looking really pale. Did you have something to eat today? Here, please, take some chocolate. Thank you. They do hit the spot. I'm glad you like them. Father's scheming and connections at least have some use. The other day I heard him talking on the phone. As far as I could tell, he was speaking with some... Hold on, let me make sure no one is listening. There are a lot of chocolates left. Take them. Yes, we got more food. Alright, it seems like we're alone. From what I could hear, Father was talking to some merchants from up north. It sounded like he was going to meet them later to finalize a big purchase. I heard him say something about a gold pig, a show of good faith. It's like something out of a detective novel, don't you think? Sounds intriguing. But why a gold pig? Perhaps it's something to do with Danish pork, I'm not sure. Have another Oh, never mind. I admire your father, of course. But sometimes I wonder if he's too caught up in whatever game he's invented for himself. You know, I started writing about him, and Wolfgang and Jacob and the whole town. I don't know if it's much of anything, but I've got pages of it back in my room. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away, aren't I? I'd love to see those pages. Really? You would? Of course. Oh, alright, I'll go fetch them. I'll be right back. Yeah, had to kind of butter up after, taking her chocolate. She'll probably be gone for a few minutes. I'm sorry, Margaret, but this is my chance. I need to see if I can find anything in Vestergaard's office. Anything that will help persuade him to tell bandits. Really? The history and social influence of the potato? It's just a book about potatoes. Oh, yes. Vestergaard's office. Strange letter doesn't have its signature. It's addressed to Mr. Vestergaard, but something seems off. In order to make your dirty money, you have entered into an unholy alliance with the Nazi state. I wonder if you'll be able to live happily after this war if you do not let something other than your money guide you. You should let your daughter read this letter if you have the courage. That's awfully polite for a threat. I wonder who could have written this. It's locked. I think Margaret once mentioned that her father keeps the spare key in the library. The book's done. Okay, yeah. I got that book. What a collection. Over here or over there. Yes, I have the key. Third time was the charm. Folder of paper sits inside the drawer of the German eagle on the cover, proud and taunting. Next to it, an expensive-looking golden pig smiles at me from the shadows. Who's there? Is someone in Mr. Vestergaard's office? Oh no. She'll be here any minute. Take the papers. Run! 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 Ah! Mrs. Larson! What on earth are you doing in here? You have no business. I was just admiring the decor. There's plenty to admire in the rest of the house. This is a private office. I don't care how close you are with the family. You can't just barge in as you please. I'm sorry. You should be. There are rules for a reason. You know, not everyone will give you a pass just because your husband was arrested. You Larsons are so impetuous. You're just like your husband. What does that mean? You're both making life difficult for Mr. Vestergaard. What he's done, except to be a friend to you. I haven't done anything. But your husband certainly did. Do you know how many people work at the factory? Just imagine if he'd been more successful. The rest of us can't afford to be so flippant with the rules. What's that in your bag, hey? In my bag? Gerda, where are you? What's going on in here? Oh, Miss Margaret, you won't believe it. Mrs. Larson has been snooping around your father's office. Oh, Vera, surely it's not so serious as that. Gerda, is it true? Not at all. But then, what are you doing in here? I just got a little turned around. That hardly seems likely. You've been here dozens of times. You don't need to lie to me, Gerda. Oh, I wouldn't trust this one, miss. I saw her put something in her bag. Oh, that's a strong accusation, don't you think? I know what I saw, miss. I simply must insist that Mrs. Lawson empty her bag. Right this instant. I didn't realize the Gestapo were here too. Oh, you're dramatic for a thief, aren't you? Please, Gerda is a guest in my home. We mustn't be so rude. I'm going to have to insist that you both leave this office. Oh, fine. Come on, Gerda. Good day. She's a clever one, like closing the doors like that. Perhaps I should have handled that better. Um, isn't she acting out of line? Oh, Gerda. You know Vera's been with us for a very long time. She's just protective of Father. You could have trusted me, I'm as interested in what Father is up to as anyone else. As his daughter, perhaps even more so. Well, what did you take? Reveal. Oh my, is this a train schedule? Why didn't you tell me you were looking for something like this? Um, I wasn't sure what I was looking for. Father is up to so much these days, but I want to know if it's something bad. It looks like a train schedule for a train headed to Germany. Father certainly sells things to the Germans, but I've never seen shipments this large before. The radios we make here would hardly fill a fifth of these train cars. What could he be sending? I think we'll need to do more digging. Will you tell me if you learn anything else tonight at the banquet? Um, of course. Thank you. There's a folder lying on the table next to Margaret. It must be the piece of writing that she went to get for me. But what about your stories? Oh, don't worry about that now. You have a lot on your mind. I'll see you at the banquet, I suppose. What is Vestergaard up to?
The Vestergaard Manor was a testament to one man's ambition, and it seeped through every corner of the building. Even when he was gone, his presence dominated the rooms. I had hoped to find something incriminating, but there was no clear evidence to be had, only vague indications that riled my curiosity and threatened to strain my friendship with Margaret.
Um, there were sins to commit after church and stinking. Vestergaard was secretive for a reason. No shame in hunting down the secrets of someone so clearly corrupt. Um, let's go with that one.
Vestergaard didn't seem to be a monster, but that didn't mean he lacked skeletons in his closet. Perhaps these could be used to pressure him.
Compassion. Okay. I was trying to get another insight, but I think that's where we're going to leave it today. It's about to do the saving. There we go. So, if you made it this far and enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to leave a comment as I do read each and every single one. I hope you're having a wonderful time soon wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!